up, my little tattletales? And what's up, Sussex squad? Listen, we'll talk about it later, y'all. Ish is going down with Harry and Meghan. They were involved in a paparazzi pursuit that lasted over 2 hours in New York City. You guys, it was absolute scenes. It was mayhem. It was unexpected. It was unaccountable. We're going to get into the reports, but we're also going to get into the reports on why, and I'm just going to call it, I think this is targeted harassment by the tabloids that Harry is suing. You guys, let's get into the report. And then I'm going to talk about how this had to be foreign paparazzi, because in America, paparazzi don't do things like this. There are rules and laws against this. You guys, listen to what happened first, and then I'm going to get into why. No. So listen. They said last night, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, right? And Doria, right? Doria, Miss Ragland, were involved in a near catastrophic car chase at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. This relentless pursuit lasted over 2 hours, resulted in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 NYPD officers. They said, while being a public figure, this is a statement directly from Harry's camp. While being a public figure comes with a level of interest from the public, it should never come at the cost of anyone's safety. Dissemination of these images, given the ways in which they were obtained, encourages a highly intrusive practice that is dangerous to all involved. You guys, but listen. Despite being confronted by uniformed police multiple times, the paparazzi's cars continued their pursuit and trying to follow the Sussexes and Doria to their private residence that they were staying at. Oh, it gets more. Traffic violations by the drivers include driving on the sidewalk in New York City. I'm going to explain to you why that's so crazy, bonkers. Going through red lights, reversing down a one-way street, driving while photographing, and illegally blocking a moving vehicle. Now, if you guys aren't aware, okay, let me tell you something about New York City. New York City does not have a paparazzi culture. LA doesn't have a paparazzi culture. That paparazzi culture where they were hounding and dogging people out a la Britney Spears is over. There are rules against it. That is over. And when I first read this, I'm like, what is going on? How is it possible to have a paparazzi chase in New York City? I'll tell you, I went to TMZ and I saw the video. Don't watch the video now, but just listen and go watch the video. You guys, it is absolutely bonkers. These paparazzis were basically trying, they might as well try. It seemed like they were literally one step away from sitting on their windshield and shooting in. They go so up to the side, close to the side of the taxi that you see their reflection. The camera's right there. They had their own private security detail. The police were called. They didn't stop. It was 6 tinted window SUVs that were pursuing them. They were relentless. You guys, there's more. Let me get into all this stuff. They were relentless. They were relentless. They said that the fact that it happened on New York City streets, involved in a car chase. It happened right after, you guys, I don't know what to say. I honestly think that this is the tabloids harassing Harry. I think Harry's sticking too close to home. I think they're doing psychological play. This stuff does not happen in America. Not with paparazzi, not like this. It just doesn't. This is unprecedented. And you guys don't understand how narrow New York streets are. Getting a taxi down the street, you're just sitting there most of the time. New York City streets are narrow. They had to jump out of their own car and jump into a taxi while the police tried to create a distraction for the paparazzi going the other way. It's saying that they actually somehow struck 2 police officers. Now, of course, it was not fatal, but let me tell y'all something. If that's true, whoever this paparazzi is, just declare war. The NYPD, when they want to, operates like a bully squad. I'm just saying. Multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 NYPD police department officers. You guys, first of all, Harry, if you see the pictures, I'm going to put them up on the screen if I can, right? Harry was, while the paparazzi were in there being so vile and intrusive. I haven't seen anything like this in America since like the early 90s with Britney Spears. And again, that's when all those paparazzi laws took place to say you can't. I have never seen paparazzi ever react like this on a public street in New York City. It's not the culture. It's unheard of. It's weird. Police got involved and you still wouldn't even let up. Harry had his phone up while the paparazzi was photographing him, taking pictures and videotaping them. I'm telling you, they have just gone on Harry's hit list. He's probably going to see, I wouldn't be surprised to find out if those reporters worked for the Mirror, the Mail, anything else. You guys, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. But let's get into the report. Interesting enough, Meghan's stalker was also at the award show. I think it was the Women of whatever, right? Meghan, it escapes my mind. Meghan, she was being honored for an award. That's why they were in New York City. There is a British man who basically stalks Meghan and yells vile things at her so he can get the reaction, right? He is a paparazzi. For the last award show, he yelled, Meghan, how does it feel to be a part of 2 broken families? Right? I'll put the video in if I can. That man with the British accent who shouts the nasty stuff at Prince Harry and Meghan, that is Harry John Rudder, a reporter from the Express UK. This is the second event he shouted cruel things at them. Second event. They're doing this for propaganda. They're doing this for their sheltered right-wing readers who believe the whole world hates Harry. So they'll spin this into a story about how crowds are taunting. Now, there's nothing we can do, right? There's nothing we can do to stop someone in America from shouting something at someone that they don't like, right? But Harry Rudder is an assistant editor, TV and showbiz at the Daily Express and the Express US News. He previously worked for the Daily Mirror, the Mail Online. He previously used for the Daily, and he has shown up at other New York events attended by Meghan before to shout at her. People speculated he is a paid harasser. You guys, this is disgusting. This is vile. And in my own opinion, this is the UK media. This is the UK media, the tabloid culture, harassing Harry. It has not escaped my attention that this paparazzi skin, I have thick skin, but even me, do people realize the reason this doesn't happen in America? As much as people like to joke and be like, ha, 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 you Americans shoot everybody. Yeah, okay. But at the end of the day, it is such a violation of personal space. People will get grave bodily harm to them for invading somebody's personal space in that manner. The fact that this was allowed to happen, the fact that it happened, six cars, SUVs with tinted windows. When does that ever happen to Harry? When does that ever happen to Meghan? You guys, this is psychological play at best. At worst, they really are trying to do damage to Harry and Meghan. They want to see something happen. The gloves are off. The tabloids have a lot to lose, and they're not playing fair, and they're playing dirty. And the fact that this is happening while Harry is set to take the stand, this was a warning. The fact that they think that they can come to America with this BS, the fact that you think that you can have collisions with 2 police officers, a bystander, you drove on the sidewalk and reversed down a one-way street. Do you know how absolutely bonkers that is to see that happen in New York City? It's crazy. The fact that you think you can come to this country with these antics and do these things, you guys, there is a day of reckoning coming for the tabloids. And Harry is closer than he thinks for it. Really quick, let's get into this TMZ article. By the way, Omid Scooby reported that photos of the couple that came as a result from the 2-hour car chase briefly appeared on the Daily Mail this morning, but have since been removed. Sources close to Harry and Meghan are shaken, but thankful everybody was safe. You guys, this is crazy. This was a threat. This was a harassment. I don't think that they were removed out of fear of retaliation or legal. I think they wanted Harry and Meghan to know, yeah, it was us. They popped up on the Daily Mail. Oh, there's a clear video of them leaving in a black SUV. The taxi, right? The taxi would... They said at some point during the chase, the SUV pulled over and the trio jumped in the New York taxi and beat a hasty retreat. They said it looks like cops even tried to outwit the Paps by driving in a different direction than the cab. Sources say the paparazzi were a half-dozen blacked-out vehicles, 6, claiming the traffic violations included driving on the sidewalk, running red lights, and driving the wrong way on a one-way street. Again, they're saying this obviously brings back tragic memories of Princess Diana. You guys, what do you guys think? I think this was threats. I think this was intimidation. I think this was disgusting. I think the gloves are off with the tabloids. I think Harry and Meghan actually are in danger. What is going on, you guys? This story will develop. Let me know what you think in the comments.